Dealing with loss is an inevitable part of life, and it can be one of the most challenging experiences we face as human beings. Whether it's the loss of a loved one, a job, a relationship, or a dream, the feelings of grief and sadness that come with loss can be overwhelming and difficult to navigate. However, it's important to remember that it is possible to cope with loss in a healthy way and eventually find a sense of peace and acceptance. When we experience loss, we often go through a range of emotions, including sadness, anger, guilt, and even denial. These emotions are a natural part of the grieving process, and it's important to allow ourselves to feel them fully rather than trying to suppress or ignore them. Grief is a complex and individual experience, and there is no right or wrong way to grieve. It's important to be patient and compassionate with yourself as you navigate this difficult time. One of the most important things to remember when coping with loss is to allow yourself to grieve. This means giving yourself permission to feel whatever emotions come up, whether it's sadness, anger, confusion, or a combination of all of these. It's okay to cry, to scream, to laugh, or to simply sit with your feelings in silence. Grieving is a process, and it's important to give yourself the time and space you need to move through it in your own way. It can also be helpful to reach out for support during this time. Talking to friends, family members, or a therapist can provide you with a safe space to express your feelings and receive comfort and validation. Support groups can also be a valuable resource, as they allow you to connect with others who are going through similar experiences and can offer empathy and understanding. In addition to seeking support from others, it's important to take care of yourself during the grieving process. This means making sure you are eating well, getting enough rest, and engaging in activities that bring you comfort and solace. Exercise, meditation, and spending time in nature can all be helpful ways to cope with grief and reduce stress. As you navigate the process of grieving and coping with loss, it's important to be patient with yourself and to remember that healing takes time. There is no set timeline for grief, and it's normal for the process to ebb and flow over time. Allow yourself to feel your emotions fully, reach out for support when you need it, and take care of yourself as you move through this difficult time. In conclusion, coping with loss is a deeply personal and challenging experience, but it is possible to find healing and acceptance in the midst of grief. By allowing yourself to grieve, reaching out for support, taking care of yourself, and being patient with the process, you can navigate loss in a healthy way and eventually find a sense of peace and resilience. Remember, you are not alone in your grief, and there is hope for healing and growth on the other side.